Hey, what's going on? I want to welcome you back, and I wanted to introduce you to the different icons, really different spaces within EarSketch. I'm sure when you guys first walked in, you're probably like, whoa, what is all this stuff? So I wanted to take a moment and actually walk you through what each one does so that you're better familiar so that in the future, if you need to reference it, you're able to. So first and foremost, guys, I want to let you know that my screen looks a little bit different from the one that you are probably looking at when you first get into EarSketch. First and foremost, I wanted to let you know that any sort of window that you want to be active in EarSketch can easily be done on the left side right here. So let me go ahead and kind of walk you through what these are in particular. So first and foremost, guys, I want to let you know that the code editor is actually the space that you'll use to type in your code. So it could be to find or fit a media file, so to actually place a sound in there. It could be to set an effect, all sorts of various different commands that you could choose to use. That is done in the code editor. If you wanted to find a sound, all you have to do is click on the microphone folder, which is the sound folder. And when you click on it, you'll notice that, of course, it pops open. Now, what's super cool, guys, is that you really have different ways that you can interact with the sound folder. One is that you can actually type in specifically what you're looking for, which is in the search for a sound. Let's say we're looking for drums. What will happen is that when we start typing it in, you'll see it actually update down here. Now, since I had previously typed in drums, it didn't really do anything. So let's type in a different one. Let's do guitar. So you'll see that it actually updated on the lower part of the different types of guitars that are available. And if I move the scroll bar down, you'll see that there is a multitude of different pages that we can actually choose from right here. Now, that's not the only way that you can actually search for different instruments or different sounds. You'll see here, guys, that you can actually choose from different categories. So maybe under artists, you may want to choose one of the different selected beats that actually has been updated by, I guess, Richard Devine, Makebeat, Young Guru. Have absolutely no idea who they are, but I'm assuming that they're associated with the individuals from Georgia Tech that actually created this. I'm already in there because I've actually already uploaded an audio sound or an audio file, which we'll talk about a little bit later in another tutorial. If you're looking for a specific sound from like a genre, let's say like R&B, pop, funk, whatever it may be, you can actually isolate those different sounds or beats by clicking on the genre itself. Now, if you wanted to maybe find a specific instrument, you could actually do so by clicking on the instrument and then go in the town by choosing whatever one you wish. Just to give you a heads up, guys, is that the way that the sound search works is that in order to maybe switch from looking for different instruments, you do have to clear it out. So you have to do that manually. So the reason why that's going to impact you is that if you're ever doing like a search up here, so let's say like we're doing something real specific. Let's say we're doing funk, instruments, and as you guys can see, there isn't anything. It's possible that when you're trying to do like a search, let's say for drums, nothing comes up. The reason being is because we actually have set our filters to look for a specific item within a specific location. Tip of the pros, go ahead and get rid of and clear those out before you actually start the hunt, if you will, for another sound or whatever it may be. So I'm going to go and clear that out real quick. Let's kind of move down to another one. You'll see that the script is available to you, just to kind of highlight that real quick. The scripts would be the different sketches that you're putting together. This is kind of like a quick reference of, again, different code sketches that you've already previously done. So this is a quick reference right here. Remember, guys, that it's not just located right here in terms of your script browser, which is right down here, but then you can also find it under the settings cog, and you can see open script browser. So those two locations will actually take you to this window right here. So in the future, you may actually want to share your sketch or share your music with maybe another student, with maybe a friend on Facebook, whatever it is. If your friend actually has an EarSketch account, you can share that with your friend. And if they have an EarSketch account, or if they share it with you, this is where it appears. This is your like shared folder within EarSketch. So when you click on this particular icon, it'll actually show you the different sketches that you can work on and actually collaborate with different students, different friends, whoever may be. Since I actually don't have any shared sketches, or no one has shared any sketches with me, nothing is there. And it may be the same for you too. But in the future, if you wanted to work with another student and kind of partner up on a project, this is where you're actually going to find it right here. So let's kind of move forward just a little bit. The API browser would be different codes that you can use. I personally don't use this too often, but you may want to go ahead and kind of take a peek at it if you ever kind of want to do the cheat way. Instead of writing out like the full like code, you can actually do the same thing with the sound, which I'll talk about in a later video, and copy over that code directly into your code editor right here. So here's kind of like the laundry list of the different codes that are possible. It is extensive. I only focus on 2 of them, but I do want to let you guys know that if you are more advanced and you kind of want to take things up a notch, I do encourage you to check out the curriculum guide, which I'll point out in a few moments. Next on our list is the workstation. Whenever you click run, which I'll kind of explain in a little bit, so once you're done coding, actually placing your code here, in order to bring it up to your workstation, which is where you can actually listen to your code and what you put together, you need to click the word run. And in the workstation, you'll see that it'll populate. And you have a couple different options. You can click play. You can start from the beginning. If you actually already have tracks in there, you can mute that track so that you can hear like the other tracks playing. You can single that track, which means that it mutes the rest of the tracks and only kind of like allows that particular track to play. So that would maybe come in handy if you're playing with different effects, or like you're just trying to see if the different sounds like mesh together. That may be an opportunity for you. The next one is, of course, the console, which down here, I know you can't really see it, but right down here, that kind of gives you a heads up in terms of whether your script or code is good or whether or not there's an issue. Let me just kind of show you what that looks like. So let me just kind of move down right here. I'm going to kind of show you real quick. So instead of having the capital M, I'm going to put a lowercase m. And then I want you to take a peek and see what that looks like. So you'll see that there's an error message that pops up in the running script, which actually specifically tells you what you need to change. So it says here, error message, name error. There's an error with a variable or function name that is not defined. It actually tells you what the problem is. It says fit media is not defined in line 23. So what's cool with EarSketch is that it highlights where the problem is, tells you what you need to fix, and then gives you an opportunity to do it. So the problem is that the M in media does need to be capitalized, which I'll do right there, and I'll run the code again. And then as you can see right below, it'll tell me that the script ran successfully, and it'll update in our audio station. The last one, which is super helpful, is the curriculum guide. And with the curriculum guide, what it does is that allows you to reference different materials that EarSketch has to offer. It is incredibly extensive. As I kind of click on it, it does go into different units. So there's the fundamentals, abstraction, structures, and reference. You guys will probably be hanging out in Unit 1 just a little bit. If you stick with my tutorials, I'll really kind of walk you through and do a pretty good job in terms of getting you started, how to use EarSketch, like the basic structure and fundamental of using EarSketch. But for those of you that maybe want to go a little bit further and kind of see what else you can create, this is a great resource, especially for those of you that are really into coding and kind of want to take things up. So I just kind of wanted to show that to you guys so you can certainly reference it. If at any point you want to maybe hide temporarily a particular window, all you have to do is select that particular icon and it will go away. Guys, at the top, you'll see this is actually how you exit and log into your account. And if you, of course, want to, again, bring up that particular sketch, or you want to come back and work on a sketch, remember that you need to go to your script editor, and then you need to upload that one by selecting whatever one it is. You select it, and then it brings it up. Guys, have fun.